And look, I remember YouTube Red, which was about 10 to 15 years ago when YouTube thought it was going to start making traditional television shows, where when YouTube thought that they were going to make Netflix style TV. And
Mhm.
mostly they were not successful, but they did create Cobra Kai, which ended up becoming a large hit for Netflix. But still, YouTube, they brought in Suzanne Daniels, who was a former executive from the WB. They brought in traditional television executives to try to make YouTube more like traditional television. It didn't work. So the question is now, what did they become? Well, it's all of the people who we call disruptors, who are sometimes right, just they're right 15 years later. So I made fun of back in 2020 when Quibi came out.
I did too.
Of
Yeah.
course. And look, we were right. It failed. On the other hand,
Yeah.
they were right too. They just weren't right at the right time. They were not right in the right year. They certainly were not right at the right moment because they premiered during the pandemic. So nobody would, they had this entire business model that was based around people sitting on the subway watching their 7-minute episodes of television. And then no one was sitting on the subway anymore.
Exactly.
So that was extremely bad timing. And yet I still look at the things that they thought that they were doing at Quibi. And it's hard for me to say this. They were right about a lot of it. And we made fun of it because they were wrong at the time. But I think some of those people will end up looking prescient, maybe.
Yeah, I hesitate to say it, but what you're saying is the right time turns out also to be the degradation of attention span. So it gets shorter and shorter. And now it is short enough so that, YouTube really is taking the day, Yeah.